Welcome everyone who's joining. I just like to give it a couple minutes. Everybody's jumping over from another call typically, so. Hey everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If you're here today, you're here for the DELN March 2026 meeting. Thank you for joining us. We are going to be focused on some local and state updates today. Next month in May, I'll give an update that will be a more of a typical lunch and learn meeting, but we'll go ahead and get started. Give me. Okay, our agenda today, after my welcome, we're going to meet some new DELN members. We're going to review some local updates and offer some resources. We're going to have a net inclusion recap, and we'll go into the 2026 legislative session review. I'll update you on future DELN programming, and then I'm hoping that there will be time to move into 2 breakout rooms, and we'll discuss those topics a little bit later. For those of you who do not know me yet, my name is Catherine Van Henley. I am the program manager for DELN, or Digital Equity Learning Network. We are a cross-sector coalition that works to advance digital equity and inclusion in King County. Our mission is to leverage collective knowledge and resources and advocate for digital equity, to share best practices and build system capacity towards inclusion in the digital world. We advocate, we offer learning, professional development, we develop and curate up-to-date resources, and we convene practitioners across the digital access, device, and digital literacy ecosystem. Okay, over the past month or so, I have been getting to know some of our newest DELN member organizations, and I want to make sure they're all here. Let me just check my attendee list here. I might not be able to see everyone, but what I'd like to do is just to go in order here, from top left across and then down. So for the Eritrean Association of Greater Seattle, Saeed, if you are on the call, I'd like to invite you to come off mute and introduce yourself and your organization. Is Saeed here? Okay. I don't think Saeed is here just yet. We'll invite him to speak after. All right. I think I saw 2 from Candelia. Can you come off mute and introduce yourself and your organization to the membership here?
Thank you, Catherine. Hi, everyone. My name is Tole, and I'm Family Program Manager at Candelia. Candelia is a nonprofit that we serve student and family at Zero Public School. For the student, we have the 2 programs. One for the student have a program after school, and is have to be the student at Zero School because in person the program. But for the family, we serve all the parents and guardian of the student at Zero Public School. So we have the participant across of all of the school within the Zero Public School. So we contact and we attend the open house, so we recruit the parent from there because all of the program in our family program offer online. So the parent can join the class or the program without going to the physical place. In our family program, we offer English class and with a different level, and they have English for beginner, intermediate class, and conversation class, and We also just opened the pronunciation class. Beside English class, we have the computer class. And so we use the North Star. So the parents will use the North Star to practice. And after they complete their practice, they understand what it is, and they can take a test on the North Star. And the staff and instructor we hire have to learn how to be a proctor so they can tending the test for the participant. So when they do take a test, they pass and they get the certificate. And on the North Star, they have 3 modules. So when the participant complete all 3 modules, they can graduate from the class. We also offer the service is to help the participant to navigate the system, like how to pay rent online, how to use online to apply for the job or the housing, whatever relate to the digital, we offer the help. We also offer the class for the parent to learn how to use the source so they can check their student grade or attendance or any things relate to homework because when the report came out, it's too late. And we also got the donations is we have a laptop, so we have called a library laptop. The participant can borrow a laptop to attend the class. So that is all we do. And we hiring the instructor with the multiple language to support the participant because we at the Zero School, if everyone know, this is the school for the newly arrived immigrant and refugee student. So they have a lot of language in this school, but right now the main language speak in the family program is Spanish. And we have a little family, and we just hiring some instructors speak Chinese to serve the Chinese parents. And that's all from me.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Feel free to drop your contact information in the chat. Thank you too. All right, next up we have Faye with Kinon.
Catherine, I have a PowerPoint. Is it okay to share screen?
Sure, you should be able to share.
I should be able to. Okay, let me see. Okay. Oh, it says disable share. Share screen. Okay, let me see. I cannot start share. Okay. I don't know why. It says disabled share when I click share screen. I cannot share. Yeah.
Okay, give me one moment, please.
Thank you.
Hi, Faye. This is Budi from Sixer. I'm just wondering if you can put the microphone closer to your mouth, please.
Sure. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it okay now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Can you share? Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah. Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Fei Chen. I'm the Director of Community Wellness and Social Services at Keen-On Healthcare Center. And thank you for the opportunity to introduce Keen-On here. So this is our mission statement at Keen-On. Keen-On honors and support our elders and families by offering culturally Asian and linguistically appropriate healthcare services in a healthy living community. And this is our vision to be the best culturally Asian elderly healthy living community in Washington State. And we started 40 years ago, and last year we celebrate our 40th anniversary. I won't go into details. This is just a brief history of Keen-On, but I want you to see the slide. Okay, so Keen-On provides a full continuum of care to support older adults as their needs evolve, from skilled nursing and assisted living to adult family homes, home care services, and community wellness and social services. This integrated approach allows us to support seniors at every stage while helping them maintain dignity, independence, and quality of life. So my department is community wellness and social services. So the mission we have is to help seniors to age well at home. So our target audience are the kind of the active seniors in the community. So through our two senior centers, one in Seattle, one in Bellevue, we offer a wide range of activities that support this goal, including, this is the list, including health education workshops, fitness and fall prevention classes, nutrition support, culturally meaningful social and recreational activities, and of course, digital technology support. In addition, we provide a variety of social services to support both seniors and their families. This includes family caregivers support groups for caregivers, individual counseling, evidence-based health workshops, dementia support services, and dementia cafe programs that offer a safe and welcoming space for individuals living with memory loss and their caregivers. And I just want to say we place a very strong emphasis on digital inclusion. Many seniors face barriers to using technology, so we provide hands-on support to help them use smartphones and tablets, access telehealth services, communicate with family and friends, and navigate online resources. This digital support helps seniors stay connected, informed, and independent in today's world. Through all these efforts, Kinon remains committed to empowering older adults to age with dignity and continue thriving in their community. Thank you. This is what I just want to share. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faye. Adam, I see you on. Are you ready to come off mute and say hello and introduce yourself?
I am. Hi, everyone. Apologies for my camera. I'm having some internet issues today, so
No problem.
I'm just going to share over the mic if that's okay. Great to be here with you all. My name is Adam Scanlon, and I am the grants manager representing the Lighthouse for the Blind Inc. in Seattle. As some of you probably know, the Lighthouse has served the Seattle community for over 100 years. We provide employment opportunities, training programs, and support services to empower folks who are blind, deafblind, and blind with other disabilities in the community. We offer several community programs, but I wanted to highlight one, which is our Technology Training Center, which is focused on advancing digital access for folks who are deafblind. We're offering computer and assistive technology training classes. Classes are individualized and one-on-one and provided on-site at our Technology Training Center in Seattle, which was the Technology Training Center I should mention briefly, was designed sort of with specific technologies and tools and with input from the deafblind community to be fully accessible for that community. And our classes cover a range of topics from sort of foundational stuff like introduction to computers to advanced assistive technologies like refreshable braille displays and screen reader and magnification software. And the program is really focused on preparing participants with both workforce skills as well as those for independent living in the community. If anyone is interested in learning more about our programs and please feel free to reach out to me and I will be sure to drop some links and contact info in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Adam. Yes, look out for everyone's contact information, okay? And share your LinkedIn profile if you have one available. Okay. Next up, I'd love to welcome Marvena from Marvin Thomas Memorial Fund. I saw you in here. Are you able to come off mute and say hello? No, I did see her earlier. Okay, we'll come back to you, Marvena. Okay, Susan, are you here to introduce Refugee Women's Alliance? Okay, I don't see Susan either. All right. So I guess we'll move ahead. If I see Saeed, Marvena, or Susan, we'll invite them back to give the introduction. Okay, if you just hang with me one moment while I get back to my PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move us forward to our local updates and resources. The first one here is the Comcast refranchising with the City of Seattle. On March 12th, the City Council Government and Utilities Committee held a public hearing, and that committee unanimously recommended approval. There will be a full council vote on March 24th. And John, if you are available to come off mute and speak a bit more to this, I'd love to invite you to do so.
Hi, Catherine. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm John Morrison Winters, City of Seattle Digital Equity Program, and I manage the Office of Cable Communications as well. I think for this group, the thing to know is the cable franchises for the City of Seattle do the funds from the franchise fees go into our cable fund, which then the city has used for many years to fund our digital equity work. So for those of you in the City of Seattle, this is good news in terms of that support, or rather that those fees continuing, and then the city continues to have a source of revenue to fund our digital equity work. So it's good news. If any of you are interested in learning more about cable franchising or anything having to do with either how the City of Seattle approaches this or how other local jurisdictions in King County and around the state do their franchising, I'd be happy to follow up with more information, and I'll put my email address in the chat as well. Thanks.
Thank you so much, John. Okay, our next update has to do with King County IT. They've launched a digital Navigator pilot program to advance digital equity. And this is in collaboration with King County Public Health, King County Community and Human Services, City of Seattle IT, Workforce Development Council of Seattle, King County, and PCs for People. It's a 12-month initiative which aims to integrate digital navigation practices into existing health and human service delivery models. And I did invite Daryl to speak on this if he is available, but I'm not sure if he's on. There are a few too many people for me to scan through. Sabrina, I see you came off mute.
Daryl, I don't think is able to present, but offered to talk about it in an upcoming DELN meeting, like to give an update.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I apologize for coming late. I might have missed some things.
Oh, we were just doing intros. This is being recorded, so I'll share it out hopefully by next week with everyone. Okay. And then just an announcement that, and Jessica, I see you here now, so welcome. I'm sorry if you were having trouble with the link. And actually, I wanted to apologize to the group. I realized that when I sent out the team's invite, it sent it out 3 times. I don't know why it sent it out 3 times. So if you thought I was barraging with emails, just let's blame it on Teams. Okay. But so in February, Evergreen Goodwill of Northwest Washington celebrated the grand reopening of the Renton Goodwill and the new on-site community classroom, which will offer tuition-free English and computer classes. Jessica, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Sure. Thank you for putting this in your updates, Catherine. Just quickly, the community classroom is a space for us to deliver our services to folks in South King County. In addition to offering it to our partners to provide existing program, for example, Puget Sound Energy will be doing workshops to help customers enroll online for discounted utility programs. So if you're interested in learning more about how you might reserve that space for your program, or you're interested in learning about the offerings we have out of the Renton Community Classroom, please reach out and I'll drop my email in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Okay, and our next update is NTIA, the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, has approved Washington's final Broadband Equity Access and Deployment, or BEAD proposal, or program proposal. And this is a significant milestone in Washington's effort to close the digital divide and ensure that every resident has access to reliable, high-speed internet. BEAD projects will bring about 166,000 businesses and households online over the next 4 years in Washington. So we have some wins, both ultra local and statewide here. I do have some more updates I'd like to share, but I do see Marvena. I'll wait until it looks like maybe you might not quite be ready to come on and introduce yourself, but just let me know when you are. Okay. All right, our last few updates here. You may have seen on the listserv or LinkedIn, the Digital Equity Forum is looking for new members and would like to hear from you. I can provide a link to apply. I believe the application closes on the 27th. Don't quote me on that. I should have put that number or that date on here, but I can provide that link. If somebody else has it available or can make it available, please share it as well. And also, it's I cannot see the chat if you're asking me anything, so feel free to come off mute and just interrupt me and ask me the question there. Okay, and then a resource update for everyone. On April 17th, the Washington Nonprofit is the Washington Nonprofit Cyber Forum. This will connect nonprofits to free, pro bono, and low-cost cybersecurity support to strengthen their cyber readiness. And this is in collaboration with UC Berkeley Center for Long-Term Cybersecurity, WATEC, as well as City of Seattle. It will be held at the City of Seattle location. So I can provide the registration link for that as well after this call in a follow-up email. I'll provide all links and resources after the call. And then our last announcement here is that DELN, me, can support our CBOs with North Star access. Please reach out to me for more information on that. And if you are not familiar with North Star, it defines basic skills needed to perform tasks on computers and online. It has online self-guided modules to assess the ability of individuals to perform tasks based on these skills. So I'm supporting Seattle Public Library with administrating this access. All right, Marvena, I see you. Are you ready to come off mute and introduce yourself? Okay, I'm not sure. You're welcome to introduce yourself in chat if not. Okay. In February, the National Digital Inclusion Alliance put on Net Inclusion, which is an annual conference and event for the digital equity and inclusion ecosystem, the national ecosystem. And this year it was held February 3rd through 5th, and it was in Chicago. It was not windy when I was there, but it was very cold. The event had over 700 attendees. Mayor Brandon Johnson, the City of Chicago not only received the Digital Trailblazer Award, but he did speak and kind of reaffirm the collective commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and underscoring really that digital equity is social justice work. DELN members, some of them here, participated in panels and workshops, which was great to see. The City of Seattle was also recognized again as the digital inclusion trailblazer. I believe it was its 7th year, and I still have the plaque. I need to give it to you, John. The NDIA Executive Director, Angela Safer, provided 3 clear directives for our work, which is to dream, envision a world where digital equity is a realized right, not a luxury, to resist, to stand firm against any rollbacks in progress and the systemic barriers that keep our neighbors offline, and to take the tangible daily actions that turn advocacy into impact. And net inclusion, the announcement was made shortly after that net inclusion 2027 will be in Columbus, Ohio. So stay tuned for those details. They will likely come from the national listserv. If you're not familiar with that listserv, I will also provide the information for registering on our follow-up communications. And I just wanted to share some pictures of some gorgeous local people that were there. You might recognize some faces. And if you were there and I don't have your picture, please share it with me because I would love to share it if you'd like me to share it on our website. And if you were there and you wanted to speak to any highlights that you heard or felt during the conference, I invite you to do so now. I know Sabrina was there. I can't see if Morgan or Jamie are on the call right now. No? Okay.
Just saying thank you, Catherine, for the recap. That was awesome.
My pleasure. Okay. We'll keep pushing it along here. Our legislative review. We had a lot going on the first quarter here at DELN. We had a very heavy focus on advocacy in this session. And from all our efforts, we were able to put on Digital Opportunity Legislative Day on February 12th, which was our first legislative day, and it was great. We had 12 advocates who participated, and we had meetings with 18 different legislators and staff. So that was really exciting. We'd love to have an even bigger turnout next year. So I will invite you again and repeat this later. If you want to become a part more involved with advocacy at DELN, you're welcome to reach out to me. But I do want to highlight the support and work of Rep. Mia Gregerson. She has been a vocal champion of digital equity and has supported this legislation since 2019. She was also the prime sponsor for HB 2365, Advancing Digital Opportunity. And also a shout out to Sabrina, Daryl, David, everybody who was really deeply involved in developing the policy and the bill. So HB 2365, Advancing Digital Opportunity, and HB 2579, Promoting and Funding Public Media and Digital Equity, neither of them passed this session. For HB 2365, the Digital Navigator program audit and the fiscal note were challenges. It has been said previously that this is it's a long game. It's a long work. We're doing work now that will pay off later. So I think that even though we weren't successful with passing these, things are looking really promising for 2027. And one thing that did come out of this was SB 5998, which was a bill, I think I may get the naming of it wrong. So Sabrina, please jump in and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like a supplemental bill, right? This for $119,000 for a study to review Washington's Universal Communication Service program and evaluate sustainable funding models to support affordable internet for low-income households. The final report will be due by June 30th, 2027. And as of March 13th, this bill was delivered to Governor Ferguson. So those are some updates there. If anyone feels like I missed something or you want to go a little bit deeper into any of these updates, please, I invite you to come off mute and share. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. Got some more pictures for you guys. Oh, did somebody?
Catherine, this is Sabrina. I'm just affirming that it's totally okay to call that like a budget line item.
A budget line
Maybe
item.
call it a budget proviso, something like that. It was something that Rep. Gregerson was able to get into the House budget, and then a lot of you rallied to help get it into the Senate budget, and then it made it into the final budget. And now it needs to get signed. That budget needs to get signed by the governor. So the governor's office is in that painstaking process right now of seeing their fine come through of all the budget items and vetoing the ones that aren't a good fit for their priorities. So it's not a done deal, but it's a pretty sure this is going to go through kind of deal. And I'm happy to share the language of what that study, what the details of that study are.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, and Sabrina, why don't you and I connect, and if you have any kind of link or documentation, I'm happy to include it in the reference materials for follow-up. Okay. Here are some of our lovely advocates from that day, from February 12th, our Digital Opportunity Legislative Day. It was beautiful. The sun was shining. I don't think we could have asked for a better day to be walking around at the Capitol. And a lot of the reps were on the floor. We did meet with a couple reps face to face. It was mainly their staff. Their staff seemed very interested in what we were discussing with them, and we even had some follow-up from a staff member regarding our services. So I take that as a really good sign of our efforts. And thank you again, if we haven't said it enough already, thank you again to all the advocates who came out and showed up that day, and also who signed on throughout the process, sent, the letters to the senators and representatives. We appreciate your efforts. Okay, and as I had mentioned before, if you'd like to be a part of future DELN advocacy efforts, we really encourage you to join our advocacy working group. We meet on the first Tuesday of each month from 2 to 3. And I understand that capacity is often limited. So, please reach out to me if you'd like to be more involved in one-off opportunities, and I can definitely keep you alerted to that. In learning about advocacy myself, I was introduced to the Aspen Policy Academy and read through one of their reports. And after having attended the Digital Opportunity Legislative Day, I think the quote that I'm sharing here from Diana Stadden really kind of hit home. Even though you might not feel confident to speak to people who are legislators, right? It's important to know that as this quote says, with so many topics for so many legislators to know about, your knowledge helps them to do their job. You are the expert in telling your story and how it relates to decisions they're making. So I'll share the whole report too in follow-up materials, but I think just really important to note that, the more people show up or voice their concerns, the more they understand that this is a topic that should be paid attention to or cared about. Okay, moving on. Okay, this year I'm really excited because we have a lot figured out ahead of time, which makes me happy. So there's a little bit less minute scrambling for me. I'm very pleased to announce that on April 14th, we are inviting DELN members to the AWS Skills Center for a site tour. This is on a Tuesday, April 14th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's going to be focused on not only the site tour, but an AI forecast, the job outlook as it relates to AI. So if you're at all curious or this relates to your work at all, please join us. I will be sharing the registration link. It's through Eventbrite. I need to keep track of the number of attendees. So if you don't mind registering through Eventbrite, that would be very helpful for me. And then in May, we have a guest speaker, Elizabeth Ralston, joining us virtually. This will be a virtual meeting for the topic, Transforming Your Interactions with People with Disabilities. And this one will not be recorded, so it's important that you attend in May, third Thursday in May, same time as this one. Okay, and then in July, we will have guest speaker Jay Lyman from Seattle Public Library talking about how to utilize the foundation directory online for nonprofit grant research. So that should be interesting. He'll take you through how to utilize it. And after that, your action would likely you'd be able to go to the library and access this directory yourself for grant research. Okay, and we're looking all the way through October, if you can't believe it. In September, we're going to have a beginner digital skills workshop with Literacy Source. Will also be virtual. And looking forward to our next gathering for access and equity. That will happen the second week of October, and there will be more details to come. I know it feels like a ways away right now, but in truth, I should probably start planning today because it sneaks up on you. And then to be determined, it may not fall on a typical bi-monthly third Thursday date, but we have invited Jolenta Coleman-Bush with Microsoft to give a presentation and AI overview and training resources for nonprofits. Before I move on, does anybody have any questions about updates, programming, the legislative session? Any questions out there? And if you shared them in chat, please come off mute for me. Okay, not hearing anything. Okay, if you guys can give me a moment, I am going to give you some breakout rooms. Just give me 1 second, please. Okay, I'm going to open these rooms. You guys don't have to join just yet. I'm going to talk about it for a moment, please. Okay, so I've broken these into two. We had, kind of a comment in the listserv that turned into a further discussion about the word equity. And we thought that the conversation was thoughtful and complex, and we know that the language is shifting right now, across funding environments, policy, and even within our own organizations. And, rather than trying to land on a single answer today, we just wanted to create a space to hear from each other, what you're experiencing and how you're navigating it as we do this digital equity and inclusion work. And then I also have the second room is for, who's in the room and an opportunity to introduce yourself and discuss partnership opportunities. I have left some prompts there. What I'll do is pop into the rooms and give you these prompts again because I don't think you'll be able to see them. But if you guys want to go ahead and choose your rooms, these sessions won't be recorded, so don't worry. You're welcome to speak your minds. The sessions won't be recorded, and then join me back here and give me some feedback from those discussions, and then we'll close out. So about 10 minutes in each room.